is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November. Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. Everybody's head still bobbing because we jamming coming in as always. It is Hump Day. Time for the Hump Day happy hour. And we did have a really cool stream planned for tonight, but our guest ended up having to go into work, so we're going to have another cool live stream. But before we do that, we're going to thank the Patreons because they are absolutely awesome. And despite what any of you think how spoiled they are, because they get their picks on a lot of things and stuff like that. They're a bunch of awesome people and they deserve it. Except for that one guy on the pod activator, that Papa Tango X-ray guy. He probably don't deserve it, but anyway, the rest of them do. And next, we're going to give a shout out to the Adventure Club. Thanks to James Jenner and to Kent for off-stream donations, and a little bit of shuffling going on over the last week. Terry popped in the first place, and James went from like fifth to third. So a little bit of moving and shaking, but it'll change several times before the end of the month. I guarantee it. Definitely before the end of the quarter. Oh, so what's going on, guys?
Not too much.
It's a hump day.
Life in the big city, and I'd rather be here.
Life in the big city. Yeah, I'm going to skip out on that.
Yep.
I don't care much.
I got lake life.
You had a late dinner?
I got lake life for 2 weeks. It's better than life in the city.
Hey, lake life is good, especially when you're in a park. I'm sure you're in a park, right?
That's true. I'm not close. Well, I'm very close to one. There's one about literally 4 miles that way.
4 miles that way. That ain't too bad. Thank you very much, James, for the super chat. And so speaking of the Kilo 2 BSA, I did have a very, very long QSO with him today, James. Guy contacted me and he's like, "You care to talk to a scout?" And me and the scout had a very long little conversation. Fun stuff. I always like talking to the scouts. And
they're fun to work.
I've probably got like a million of their QSO cards because they always send them. And I'm like, man, you guys have done sent me these, but cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, good stuff. Make sure and catch them. The station that I worked out of, I think they were actually camping here in West Virginia, as a matter of fact. So that made it a little better for me. But anyway, Dan, PP Man says your background's pretty cool. But
yeah, man, that's my new green screen. Yeah.
I've been liking the last couple streams, Dan's new virtual green screens.
Yeah. I'm really at the house. Just don't let everybody know.
He's really at the house doing FT8 right now.
Yeah. Well, not right now.
Epic row from home.
Yeah. Thank you very much, PP Man, for the $20 super chat. Maybe we'll say you deserve something. I'll try to think of something you deserve, PP Man.
You got one right after another. You got PP and then Charlie Golf Charlie.
Well, that don't even work right. You got somebody that's going QRB, and then you got Charlie Golf Charlie coming in back to back.
That's because Mike feels bad about not being heard.
I got him in the log a couple times today. Kilo Echo 8, Papa Tango Zulu.
Well, he's actually going to come on and tell you about some of his mistakes he made, which is funny because, like I said, we don't really we didn't have our guests backed out, so I didn't have it was last minute and I didn't have a stream plan, so I decided it's going to be pretty much open forum tonight, and I'm going to invite people on, and I'm getting ready to put the link in the chat. Matter of fact, and you're welcome to come on if you have a topic to talk about.
Eddie.
There comes my brisket man right there. What's going on, Eddie? Thank you very much for the super chat. I like seeing all these super chats at the end of the month. Hopefully, the cutoff date hasn't hit for this month's money to come through, because this is looking like to be a good stream. But anyway, I'm going to drop this link, and if you got something to talk about, preferably ham radio. But if it's not ham radio, make it at least related somehow to ham radio, whether it's maybe camping or overlanding or, eating peanut butter, something at least, ham radio related. You're welcome to come on, but don't just come on just to get your face on the stream. You can send Hayden a picture and he'll post you if you want for that. But try and have a topic.
It better be a good picture.
Yeah, Hayden will be going over the pictures, and he'll put them on if he seems they're necessary.
If it's not a good picture, we have Photoshop. We can make a good picture.
Look there, I dropped that link, and the first one pops right in.
Hey.
The jester.
Listen, if he could get contacts as fast as he just popped in this stream when I dropped that link, he'd be doing all right.
Drop it like it's hot.
I worked them on 20 meters. Was it today or yesterday? I can't remember. Or maybe even both, and you were loud over here.
Okay, all right, I figured it out because he gave us a $20 super chat, and I said he was worth something. I figured it out. BP man, you are worth a new haircut. You got a nice new haircut there, and you were worth that.
Y'all are doubling. Y'all are doubling.
Who's doubling?
Ireland?
Not doubling.
Dublin. Are you good now? Did you get your audio figured out?
What's wrong with my audio?
I don't know. You said we're Dublin.
You aren't doubling.
No, you're good now. You're good now.
Okay.
I'm looking for my green beer.
Wow, what a delay.
Close.
Turn off your YouTube. Don't listen on YouTube.
Yeah, don't.
You got to mute the YouTube there, bud.
Yeah.
Don't listen on YouTube. That's your problem. You're listening on YouTube. Can't do that.
All right, you better now.
That'll mess you all up. Now
That's
I
like
see why you're doubling.
Yeah, that's like trying to break a pilot with a 6-second delay on an SDR, man. You're not going to happen.
All right, is that better now?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you were always good to us. Is it better for you?
You tell us.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome for me. It was good for me, Dan. Was it good for you?
Oh, it's great.
So yeah, PP man, what's your topic you want to talk about, buddy?
Well, I got a surprise for everybody that hunted me on my 1/10 of a watt activation. That was on Monday, the 17th. Well, today I activated another part, and I was struggling, and I ended up breaking down, going to get breakfast, and coming back and finishing up the activation on FT8. No haters, come on, stop. But I realized that when I came back, I was still on 1/10 of a watt. So every activation I did, which is 5 activations since Monday, we're all on 1/10 of a watt.
Wow.
And
That sounds familiar.
what's that? That sounds familiar.
That's 99 9/10 of a watt short of where you're supposed to be there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But like the one I did, let's see, what was that? That was the 17th. The 18th wasn't too good. But the second park on the 18th, I got 27 contacts on 1/10 of a watt. And they were all SSB.
What was your farthest contact?
I'd have to look now. The only one I mapped was the one I did that was intentionally done as a 1/10 of a watt.
Right.
Oh, you know what? Let me look to see if I got, because I did get that one contact from Spain. What day was that?
That's not too shabby though.
On 1/10 of a watt.
Yeah, that might not be right, but
Yeah, that might be that guy.
No, I mean even if you get activated, that's pretty damn good.
they were all activated.
Listen, the way the bands has been,
Yeah.
Activating on QRP is an accomplishment, but activating on a tenth of a watt, that's just retarded.
Yes, I got
It's still
on the 18th.
QRP.
On the 18th, Kilo 1514, I got Echo Alpha 4 Tango Lima, and that was the one that was tough. That was probably a 2 or 3 minute QSO on 14.250. Now I know he's got good ears. He's got real good ears.
Yeah.
Now, just for the record, when you run QRP on that low of a wattage,
Yes.
you're using a perfectly tuned antenna, a balanced antenna,
Yes.
and you're not using an antenna tuner.
Yes, I was using. Well, no. Let me clarify that. The only one that I was using the NFED with no tuner was the one on Monday, the intentional.
Okay,
one.
so you're using an NFED. You're not using the dipole.
No, I was using an NFED
Okay.
with no tuner, and it's trimmed perfect.
Okay.
So for the
And-
other ones that were accidents, you were going through a tuner?
I was going through a tuner and a random wire. So with
You were
that
getting
said,
less than a watt.
now I've got to order a meter
Yeah.
to check the radio to see when I'm set to a tenth of a watt, what am I really getting out?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going through a tuner, it's less than a tenth of a watt.
Yeah.
So
And
wait a
you're
minute.
using a tuner.
I don't think I'm at a tenth of a watt. I think the radio might be pushing a little bit harder than that. For instance, what's his name from Temporary Offline did a meter test on the 705, and at a what was it? I know all the wattages that he checked were not right. So, like for instance, I think one of them, when he was doing 1 watt, it was really 2.5.
Okay.
So I got to order a meter and I got to check it because I couldn't find anything online as far as people checking the KX2 radio to see what its actual power is.
So you're going to tell me that you were using a tuner on an antenna at a tenth of a watt? That's inefficient. Why would anybody use a tuner on an antenna? How do you make contacts like that?
I don't know.
This is my question. So if you think the KX is lying about how much it puts out, these activations that you've done 10 watts, if you've actually been pushing out 12, are you going to go take a shower now?
I'll have to scrub pretty hard, shouldn't I?
It's no longer QRP, right?
Wait.
Well, yeah, theoretically, yeah. You're right. He's right. But when was the last time you seen me do something 10 watts?
But will you send a formal apology to everybody you contacted on 10 watts and said QRP too?
No, because I don't ever do 10 watts. Either I'm doing 5 or I'm doing 93.
Well, what if your 5 is 11?
I don't think it'll be that far off.
Yeah, that's way off.
It might be 6 or 7, but I don't think it'll be that far off. I don't think it'll be that far off. And my antenna, my good antenna, is only 3 dB.
So you're telling me that 83 might not be the actual magic number that I might
no.
Well,
It's your magic number. It's
Yaesu. It's going to put out 83 watts.
You got
to remember.
We don't know. I'll find out when I get a meter.
Actually, I'm not putting out 83 watts because I do go through a compromised antenna.
Oh, you need to compensate for that. Give it 2 more watts just to be sure.
So when I go on 20 meters, I lose about 4 watts. So I'm really only doing about 79 watts on 20 meters. So that's why it's so horrible to do. But then I drink Dr. Pepper and it
balances it out.
And it jerks it right back up. So
jerks it right back.
Yeah.
Hey now, wait.
Well now.
Oh man, that's crazy stuff though. But today was tough, man. But
I picked
now that I know what I was running, it ain't really that tough.
Yeah. No, it was tough for even QRO. I picked a hell of a day to do a road. That's for sure. It was rough.
I got Robbie on my first contact this morning, and I went probably 15, 20 minutes with silence after that.
There was a huge flare that popped off right when I was traveling in between parks, and I was like, oh dear God.
So if we get you a shirt made that says my hobby is officially wasting time, would you appreciate it?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Because I know if I sat,
my wife will make me wear it.
If I sat in a park for 15 minutes and I've made one contact, heads are going to roll. I'll go to every power station in this country and cut their antennas because something's wrong if they ain't hunting me. Here's the thing: the bands have been horrible, absolutely horrible. They've been that way for months. But here's the thing: if you sat and just look at these solar forecasts and this, that, and the other, I mean, I can't tell you the times that I'm out activating with nobody else on the spots, nobody, and people's in my Discord talking about, yeah, we're getting hit with flares left and right now, and I'm sitting there making contact after contact and doing activations. Do I make my normal good activations? No, but going to the park and getting 30 contacts is a lot better than sitting home and complaining, I sure do wish I could go out and activate today, but the bands are too bad.
Yeah.
Like today, I parked as far away from, I parked outside the park and walked all the way to the back side of the park to activate. So I two purposes. I wanted to walk and listen to the birds and activate and then walk all the way back.
Be careful there. You have been doing FT8 activations, and when you tell people you parked outside the park, they might just.
No, I was just trying to say I went as far as I could on my walk. How's that? There is that park has a outside gate where you can park. Where once the gates, I don't know why they do that, but there's when they close the gates at sundown, you can still enter the park through that parking lot. So. Anyways,
Scott says 2 days of roving through 8 grid squares only to make 39 contacts during a VHF contest. That's a waste of time.
That sucks.
Is it though, Hayden? Did he waste his time?
If he had fun doing it, I wouldn't see.
Hayden, do you have a boat?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you fish. When you go fishing and you only catch one fish or no fish, do you say it was a waste of time?
No.
There you go.
Fishing's different.
It's not.
You're fishing for contacts.
Yeah, no, it's not. No.
My initial reaction to Scott's comment is to agree with him, but put it that way, then yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say: 39 contacts in 2 days. Of roving, I don't know if it's a waste of time, but I can guarantee you it's a waste of gas.
Yeah.
So, but
it's just they're expensive. 39 contacts.
I mean,
how do you put a value on a contact?
Well, I don't know. I know you got a contact yesterday. And my Discord had to hear about it for like 24 hours straight.
Man, I'm still gloating over that one.
Oh,
everybody, I got hunted from his house by the king after I repeatedly chastised him for saying he don't hunt. That dog don't leave the porch.
No, wait a minute. Not only did he get hunted by me from my house, it was on 20 meters.
What?
Yeah.
And I fell off my 3-legged stool.
The only thing that could have made it worse is if I would have hunted him on an ICOM on FT8 on 20 meters.
On 20 meters, yeah.
Yeah, when you came through, I was silenced. My jaw just locked up. I didn't know.
You holding the microphone like this, and all of a sudden you hear Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, and you go.
No, it was more like,
Again?
"Oh."
No, he immediately started making a TikTok video. He's like, "What? No way!"
That guy's hilarious.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So I can leave the chat now.
Well, you can hang out for a minute because you had a story. Dan, how many parks you end up getting today?
15. Well, I got
15 parks. Wow.
I got 14 today, as in when the sun was up today, because I did a late shift last night at the one 4 miles away, but it still counted for today. So, yeah, 15. Got my cheetah rove, and the bands were. I'm still trying to figure out propagation up here, dude. It's I don't know what I should hit on 20 and what I shouldn't, because I'm so used to Georgia. So it's weird. Like sometimes everybody's really quiet, and all of a sudden November 5 Hotel Alpha will come through just 20 over on 20 meters. It's really weird. Charlie Golf Charlie's always loud. I don't care what band you're on or where you are.
He was loud here when he was working you tonight on 20.
Yeah. And but I'm still trying to figure out how propagation, what I'm supposed to hear when around here. I got it pretty well nailed down at the house, but here it's a different animal. So.
Wait a minute, which state are you in now?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah. While that solar flare was popping off, and right on the downside of it, I mean the bands were eerily quiet. I mean, like my noise floor was like S0. And all of a sudden I hear just out of nowhere about an S7, but it sounded like he was 30 over. Was Foxtrot 4 India, I can't remember his name, but Gene over in France on 20 meters.
IFH.
Yeah, IFH. Yep. He was loud. And I was like, wow. But we'll figure it out eventually. About the time I get to leave, that's when I'll figure out how it rolls up here. So.
Hey, you have figured out how to hunt me every day, with you roving and with me on limited activations because no vehicles. So, you're doing all right.
Yep.
I was a little worried today because everybody else got me right off the bat, and it took Dan a little bit to get me. But
yeah, it was hard. It was hard to hear you, but I wanted to stretch it out and wait till I was in that twofer to make it worth your time.
Yeah, Dan was acting like me today. He was like, "I forget this. I got to go on. I got to activate this twofer and go on."
Yeah. I was smash and grab, man. I was getting like 13. Well, there wasn't a set number. If I got 13, I was happy. But after that, if I called CQ 2 times and then said last call, nobody answered, I was gone. That's it.
It was quite funny because Dan was acting like me, and I was acting more like Dan because I was sitting in the park forever, switching bands and doing everything else.
Yeah. I think I ended up getting you on.
You got me on 40 meters.
40 SSB and 30 CW, I think. Yep.
Yeah, you did get me on CW too.
And all those were park to park, so it's really good.
All right. So if anybody else does got anything to talk about, you're welcome to come on. Drop the link again in the chat. Hayden, you had the boat out any?
No. Unfortunately, no. Things have drastically changed for me at work. So, we haven't had the boat out at all. It rained Sunday. And, it's sad.
I hear you. Trust me, it's been a sad week for me too. I'm still carless, and I'm at the mercy of rides to go activate parks. So I don't really know what my activating schedule is per se. And like one night, I think it was like 11:30 when I was out doing my late shift. Dan said he was in bed and gets a hammer and has to jump up. And
not only jump up.
This guy.
Not only jump up. I tried to get you with the ATAS on the truck, and I couldn't. You couldn't hear me, so I had to throw up the damn Eagle 1 at 10:30 at night. So now what I do when I pull in here, but I didn't do it tonight because I know you're not going to be doing late shift tonight because of the after chat. But normally I'll pull in here. I'll go ahead and hook the dang Eagle One up. I'll raise it. I run the coax in the window. Go ahead and hook it up. That way all I got to do is come out to the truck and key the radio.
Well, see, I was actually lucky today because last night I did get to borrow a car. Unfortunately, last night it was pouring all night, lightning. I mean, it was just horrible. But so I leave Charleston, which is around where Terry lives, at about 1 o'clock on my way home with the car. And I get here to the house and I reach in my pockets and I had taken a shower down there where I was and I'd changed clothes. I don't have my house keys.
No.
So I called down there and sure enough, my house keys are in the shorts. And I'm like, I'm not driving back to Charleston tonight. I'm just gonna sleep in the car and I'll go get my extra key in the morning. I laid in the car for about 30 minutes to 45, and the heat was just ungodly. So about 3:30 in the morning, I go to my ex-wife's house to get my spare key. Yeah. So
David, I'm going to Huntsville. I know I am. I know James is.
PP, you going?
Yeah, he is.
No.
yeah, PP Man's going.
No. Curtis is going. He's in the chat.
Curtis is.
But the good thing was I did have a car today, and I got 5 activations in today, which is the most I've got in a while. Thank goodness.
I would say, I don't know what your plans are as far as rides and stuff, but I would not activate 1810. Leave that there just in case you need to mountain bike it. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah. That's what I've done.
Yeah.
I was actually going to activate it today before the stream if I got back in time because I knew that I wouldn't be doing a late shift. So, but yeah, I'm pretty much leaving that one as much as I possibly can alone.
Yeah.
Although most of the ones I'm doing are really, really close. So, but 1810 is the only one I would see me mountain biking to.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Now, if they would magically release the other parks that have been active in West Virginia that is on hold, I would have another one I could mountain bike to, but that's another story. And of course, because I don't have my keys, I get home this evening and the guy pops over and he's like, "All right, let's take a look at this thing." I was like, "Dude, I ain't got keys to get in the car."
You didn't even try to knock on your door to see if anybody was home?
And, I did knock on the door and nobody would answer for me.
It would have been funny if somebody did, though.
and here's the funny thing. Thank you very much, Mike, for the super chat. I appreciate you very much. Mike got in my log quite a few times today. But here's the funny thing. Somebody's like, "Well, you ain't got no windows or anything you can go in." I was like, "Whose house do you think this is?" I have this place secure, okay?
I'm scared to walk through my own front yard because I forgot where I buried the mines.
Like I go through a window and like an arrow is going to shoot me in the head or something.
Nice. That's next level prepping there.
That's right. Oh man.
You need to learn the ancient art of lockpicking.
This is the funny thing. This is the funny thing. When you open my door to walk in, all of a sudden, once the door seal breaks, you hear, "I'm your Huckleberry." Now, how many people are going to break into the front door and hear, "I'm your Huckleberry," and turn around and go right back out?
All right, Lunger.
Lunger.
I don't know how true it is, but if you tell your Alexa that there's an intruder alert, it starts playing an alarm and then let the bodies hit the floor. I've always wanted to try that.
I need to change it to let's skin this smoke wagon.
Are you just going to stand there and bleed?
Listen, the funny thing is for any of the people who's lived on this road for any period of time, they know how my dad was when I was growing up. And, this road's changed a lot since then. It's gotten more upscale, and a lot of rich houses have been moved in up here. But I mean, I can remember pretty much when the dog was barking, Dad was on the porch shooting. You didn't come in this yard unannounced. That was for sure.
Yep.
And the old school people, they remember that, and have probably told most of the new school people.
used to call up the lane. Hello, the house.
Yes,
I knew you were coming.
I can remember my dad going out the back door one time and going through the hills and coming back down the road, and decides he's going to start sneaking up the driveway to see how our dog will react.
Nice.
Testing the dog.
At least he's smart. It was smart enough to throw his arm up because he knows a dog will go for your arm when you throw it up. He was able to convince the dog it was him after it was latched onto his arm anyway.
Yeah.
How many more days you there for, Dan?
Oh, let's see. I'm leaving out of here. What day am I leaving out of here? You tell me. Hold on a second.
Stay as long as you can.
Flying by the seat of my pants over here. I'm leaving here the 27th. So next Thursday. So I'm here for one more week and a day.
You said this is a lake house. Is that the lake that the house is on?
It is.
Did you get your update agenda map?
My updated agenda map?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Oh yeah.
Check your email.
Better check your email. Your route changed. Your route changed on the way back. It actually
might be in the spam folder.
I'll be driving when you're coming through Michigan.
You actually go over and you go down through West Virginia to Logan County, and then you pick up a passenger, and then you head west and you go out to Colorado. And
I saw that on my my itinerary for weekend after next. It had something like Kilo 1810 on it.
Yeah, and after and we'll make our way from Colorado to Huntsville.
Yeah.
Well, no, to Nashville for the PZN meetup, then to Huntsville.
Let's see. Tomorrow morning around 8:00, I'm going to be doing my main activation at Vaughan Woods State Park in Maine, and I'm going to have a very, very special second operator. Hell, in his graces, I might be the second operator, so you don't want to miss that.
Oh my God, who can that be?
Yeah. You have to stay tuned and find out. Watch the spots.
I guess.
I'll tell you what, Monday night when I was doing my late shift, though, 40 meters was killing it, man. I know it was late, but it was killing it. I was tearing Texas apart.
Last night was really good on 42. I did a late shift at the park down the road, and we tore it up down there.
Yeah.
The Discord family now owns that park.
Matter of fact, I actually got K-murder on 40 meters.
Nice.
So, fun stuff. Well, PP, man, I'm glad you came on with the story. I think I scared everybody else. I said, we don't want you to just come on and show your face. We want you to have a story.
Yeah, you better have a story when you come on here.
Nobody else willing to talk.
Yeah, I'm dying to know what I really am pushing out, because that's scary. If I'm only truly pushing out something close to 1/10 of a watt, that's scary.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you put your meter on it and it actually says it's 1/10 of a watt?
Then that's my new wattage.
Yeah, you're going to be like, holy crap.
That's my new wattage.
I would do anything to know somebody in the meter factory to rig a meter for me.
Put it on 1/10 of a watt and it says 83 watts.
83. Everything he tests, 83.
Oh, man.
I'd know something's up then.
Can you see him now look at the meter like
I'll let y'all in on another little secret too. This morning I love Amazon. I ordered a burner phone from Amazon for $29. It was delivered to my house 1 hour and 20 minutes after I ordered.
That's
not a burner phone if you used a card to buy it through Amazon.
That's really cool.
Well, okay, it's not really a burner phone, but it's a phone that I'm not activating. I'm using it solely for
so
To annoy us on the stream.
Is that FT8?
So what you're saying is,
Oh my lord!
I'm
So
doing
what-
it right now.
so what you're saying is this morning
Here's my TISO log.
you went over to my Linktree account and you clicked on my Amazon affiliate link and you ordered a phone, right? That's what you're saying?
Did you have a burner phone in there?
No, but he can put one in there for you.
Here's the thing. You can go over and click any affiliate link from my Amazon and you can just go buy what you want. It still will help out the channel.
Oh, I did not know that. Well, from now on, I'm sorry. From now on, I'll do it that way. But
We should make a special request. We should make a special Discord page for links of stuff we want to buy in Amazon.
Yeah, we should.
Isn't it amazing you can buy a phone for $29 that runs Android? That's like
yeah. And if you really want to take the time and send me what you want, I can make a link specifically for that one to maximize it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool beans.
AKA Kilo 8 Golf Quebec, who just ordered a $500 item.
Nice.
The Wii Boost.
I needed one of those today. I got to a park and I didn't have cell signal. I said, "Uh-oh." So I turned around and went back up the road. Well, I sat at the park and I found a clear frequency. Then I hauled ass 2 miles up the road. I spotted that I hauled ass 2 miles.
That's a way to do it.
Listen, I've never had to do that, but I will tell you that there's certain spots that I will activate in 1810 that don't have signal. And I can't tell you the amount of times that I've walked down, like 50 yards and spot and then sprint back to my radio.
You get there and the pileups already started. Like, where'd he go?
Or sometimes, I may just be like 30 yards from signal. If I'm like 30 yards, I'll hit my auto CQ, run down a spot, and run back.
Charlie wants somebody to order TX power for me. Never, Charlie, never. I'm going to make you work hard for your contacts with me.
Yeah.
Listen, anytime you hear Charlie Golf Charlie in your pileup, you need to automatically turn it down to 1/10 of a watt and put your ham stick on.
Oh yeah, that'll make friends.
He'll appreciate you. So if you're not a Patreon, I would suggest right now going over to Patreon and signing up for the free 7-day trial, because in the after chat tonight you're going to hear Charlie Golf Charlie fussing about ham sticks, and you don't want to miss that.
Absolutely. And he's going to ride me like a wore out pony.
Well,
funny stuff.
Yeah.
I will say I don't own any ham sticks, so it's okay.
I have one. I think it's a 40 meters ham stick.
I've got,
and that'll show you how often I use it if I don't even know what frequency it's on.
I've got 4 of them, and they're not even tuned.
I've got an Eagle One that does the same thing as 10 different ham sticks.
I did,
except a lot better.
Yeah, that too.
I see Golf Alpha Reese Cup in the chat. What was it, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. I stayed at Lake Norman, and that was mine. We played around with his antenna a little bit. It uses 4 elevated radials. That was my first experience ever with elevated radials, because I generally don't like them, right? It was a good performer. Yeah. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, I wouldn't run it, but it's not a bad antenna.
I will tell you right now, typically when I'm in Florida, I'm running elevated radials, and I kill 20 meters. I mean, I destroy 20 meters with elevated radials.
It's not my cup of tea. It's good if you're camping and you're going to be there for a minute, but if you're, wanting to dash in and out, it takes too damn long to set up.
But speaking of Golf Alpha Romeo, he uses the Wolf River coils quite a bit.
Yeah.
And anybody who made contact with me on 80 meters on Monday night, I was on a Wolf River coil. And on top of that, I was running 33 watts and didn't know it.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
And I was getting 5.9s left and right. Of course, maybe they're not real 5.9s, it's POTA, but I made a ton of contacts Monday night on my late shift.
He said he said his antenna speaks Spanish. I made a joke saying, man, it looks like it could pick up everything from Spain or something like that. And we hooked it up to my 891, and I kid you not, every time we spun the dial, it was a Spanish station. It's like, oh my god. Fortran.
He may have got his antenna might be Chinese. You know how the Bofang speaks Chinese. Maybe
That's
his
true.
antenna's got a setting where it only speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long path.
Listen, I can't tell you because I've
Power mode.
I've programmed a lot of radios for people. Typically, in the area here where I live, you know, any of the preppers or something that want to buy radios and not learn how to use them by getting their license, whatever. But anyway, they'll bring them to me and they'll say, "Will you program this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want in it?" And they'll tell me, and and I'll program it. I typically always change their setting to Chinese from
Oh, that's mean.
So when they turn on the radio, it's like,
learn to use your radio. It's easy to fix that.
Yeah. David was impressed by the Eagle One. I think Tristan, we sold him another one sometime soon.
Well, here's the thing: if you're going to get an Eagle One, David, make sure when you check out, not 10 minutes after, message me and say, "Hey, what was that code?" When you're checking out, use the code HRAG because that is the only way you will get your discount on an Eagle One. I promise you, he will not give it to you after the fact. And it's not him. It's just once the money went through, it cost him more money than it would
to redo it.
Yep.
So make sure and do it when you check out.
And get the extended hitch mount, not the regular one.
Yes. I recommend that one as well.
I've never even used the extended hitch mount.
Oh, I love it because I drop my tailgate all the time.
Well, you got a hatch. Doesn't your hatch hit the antenna?
I don't open my hatch.
Well,
now I will open the glass part. The glass part won't hit it.
Yeah.
Oh,
glass would be good, but if you have a Suburban like my wife's truck is, and you open the whole big thing to hide from the rain, you're gonna want the extended.
Yeah, and that's like a carport canopy, that the size of a Suburban door.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but here's the thing: my vehicle is extremely long to start with. So typically, when I park in a parking place with a regular hitch mount, I'm always worried of coming out of Walmart and seeing my hitch mount bashed in where somebody pulled it in there.
Oh, I take it off. I don't drive with mine on.
Knocker.
Yeah, I don't drive with mine on. I mean, I just take it.
Well,
yours is probably rusted in there.
But my Eagle One is perfectly West Virginia grounded.
That's right.
Okay.
It's rusted in the receiver. That's what you're saying.
Isn't the extender though made out of aluminum?
Yeah,
they are now.
Yeah, they are now.
Which that just makes it weaker because the electrolysis between the steel and aluminum.
Listen, I will tell you, if you can just grab a hold of my hitch mount and pull it out, I promise you, anybody who wants, well, if I get to bring my,
we have a trick here in Michigan because obviously people leave their hitches inside their receiver, and then 3 years later they want to sell their vehicle and keep the hitch. You find yourself a bank, convenience store. Don't do it at a gas station. That's a bad idea. But we throw a chain over a pipe bollard, one of those big yellow things that are protecting something, and just boom, it'll come out.
I have a trick too. I have 2.5 pound sledgehammers. I take one of them and I take the handle of it and I put it in the back half of the receiver, and I take the other one and I hit it as hard as I can about 4 or 5 good times, and it'll come out.
Okay. Well, if you got whatever works for you. I'm just saying, if you're in a hard spot, you got a chain and you got a pipe bollard, just hook it up to a pipe bollard.
But here's my question: why would I want my receiver out of my car?
If you have the extended hitch mount, you will.
Well, I'm just saying why. That is an extra time that I got to take setting up my antenna. Yeah, you're right. If I had the extended hitch receiver, they'd probably try to put another axle on my vehicle for that.
Man, FT8 is hot tonight.
I'd like to get me one of those little. I'd like to get me one of those little smart cars and get an extended hitch mount put on it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Get like a Volkswagen Beetle or something and put a extended hitch mount on it.
Then if you put little ears on the top of it, it'll look like Mickey Mouse.
There you go.
Oh, if I don't get my vehicle fixed before Huntsville, I'm thinking about getting Golf Alpha Romeo to get one of those track mopeds that they have down there in South Carolina everywhere, and come pick me up on it, and we'll go on a track moped rove from West Virginia to Huntsville.
They have one here in Detroit. It's a moped gang. They meet up like twice a week. I swear to God, man. And they go to the bars. They wear leather and everything.
What was that? The Wild Hogs?
Their own colors and everything.
Oh yeah, they got their own colors, their own patches.
I
kid you not, man. I kid you not.
Gang.
I bet they get real wild on the weekends and do FT8 and stuff, don't they?
Oh, geez.
Just look it up, man. There's pictures of it on the internet, man. Moped gangs.
Taylor Swift, I love this song.
Justin Bieber. Oh my goodness.
Oh Jesus Christ. I don't even want. What is the initiation to get in a moped gang?
What?
Break a hip.
You can't have a driver's license. That's the first thing.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
All right,
because that's how you get your moped in the first place.
I figure
it's
something like you can't have a driver's license,
That's a good
driver's license, and you got to run QRP and do FT8.
David says 5 DUIs.
All PP man's got to do is lose his license.
Oh, that's great. Fucking 5 DUIs.
Wait a minute. You got a moped that'll do 25?
Oh, man.
Wow.
You better trailer a gas tank with it too.
I'm just waiting for Dan to tell me how I'm going to fabricate that extended hitch mount on that moped.
Oh, we can do it. Yeah.
Have welder.
We'll travel.
Can weld.
Yeah. I know.
Hey, in India, they carry 20 hay bales on the back and a cow and their wife on the back of them.
So listen, Golf Alpha Romeo, just so you know, I'm driving. You're riding on the back, bud.
You get to ride B.
B.
Oh.
There's something wrong with you boys.
There's something wrong with him. He was trying to break my pile up the other night drinking Bud Light.
Oh my God.
Oh. Another reason why to be in the after chat. Another thing you're going to hear somebody fussing.
Bring your favorite drink of choice, right, Hayden?
Yeah, I got more of them.
Awesome.
Have you seen? Did you see what I started drinking? Guinness Blonde.
Oh, where'd you get
Made
that?
right here in Baltimore.
Oh,
For a second there, that looked like a fancy White Claw.
Oh no, it's a little thicker. I think it might be ribbed too a little bit.
Hey, Hayden, you know my daughter don't live there no more. She's back into Detroit.
Good for
Back in
her.
the hood.
I'm glad she got out from one
Went
hood
from
to another.
one hood to another.
From Baltimore to Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah, but Chicago's got us both beat. So
Yeah, that Detroit ain't what you think it is anymore. I know you've been there, but that was a long time ago. Oh, the young kids took it over, man. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. The bars, the clubs, the restaurants.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, downtown is just crazy, crazy good. Still got its problems, but it's
Sure.
yeah. The 30 somethings, they don't care about that. They're just glad it's their city. They took it back. They sent the mayor to jail and took the city back.
I agree with you, Chris.
Anyway, so yeah, all of my current trips are on postpone. The Tennessee trip didn't happen because of rain. The July trip, the end of July trip didn't happen because James wasn't going to be able to come down. So the only trip I have planned right now is Huntsville. I've got to figure out the rest of the stuff. I've still got to get Kentucky. I've still got to get summits in. I've been looking hard at some summits. I've about got my ones picked out that I want to do. So
I got a subject. Worldwide flora fauna. Did you know that virtually every park, every POTA park is the same as a WWFF?
Everyone? Are you?
I said sure? virtually everyone.
Yes.
I know. I'd say probably 80% of them in Michigan are.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Has anybody experienced or gone on to the WWFF site and looked how logging works? And because you can submit all your logs over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never gone that far into it.
Well,
Parks on the Air is just more awesome.
I know.
Oh, I agree.
I know somebody that does it pretty hardcore, and I'm not going to say their name or anything because when you bring up it in the midst of POTA people, there's some cringing going on. So I won't call them out, but they seem to like it really well. I have thought about looking into it.
It's not, you still do POTA, but you get the extra benefit of doing WWFF.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying the higher ups in POTA has some cringing with it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's big everywhere else in the world except the United States, isn't it?
See, I was told there wasn't near as many parks.
I went on the website a couple days, maybe a week ago. And
all right. Well, we can fix this, Hayden. Pull this bad puppy up. Let's see what West Virginia has. And do they have and are they like POTA, where if you've already activated that park, you can turn that log in and it counts?
Oh, that I don't know.
Because
I want to say the park numbers were the same.
Because if so, I can kill me some.
I want to say the park numbers were the same. The number part of the park was the same.
That doesn't make any sense. I can't see them getting along enough to make the same numbers. But
I know
see what we got. Maps. I hate cookies.
I like cookies. I got some chocolate chip earlier. They're really good.
All right, let's see. Of course, it loads right up on Belgium.
Yep.
And the Zoom. Oh. Let's see what this does.
Wrong way.
I'm going down. We're probably at the bottom. Unless I passed us. There's Alaska. Oh, duh, you're right. KUSA. Oh my.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now go to a park you know and see if it overlaps with the.
Now I know where my parks are.
Yeah, just go to one of the ones that you know, and look at the number.
That should be my home park here. KFF 1577. Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, they overlap.
And look, even there's the next park I'm going to get. 1578. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
who
I don't
copied
know.
who, I wonder?
Well, I started thinking that too, or does that number actually represent something that POTA didn't even invent? Or WWFF was there before POTA. So
I don't know. Let's.
no, I think it was.
Yeah, Curtis is telling y'all all about it in the chat.
Oh, is it? Well, Curtis is just a book of knowledge, I swear to God.
Curtis, click on the link and come in and tell us all about it.
Please, please.
Let's see. Here's the guys. Here's the support.
Whiskey One. He says I'm ignoring him on the FT8. I don't see you, buddy. Sorry, I don't see you.
Yeah, it doesn't, really give them much of a history.
I think it was before.
Yeah, Curtis says it was there before.
Yeah, they definitely was there before.
So that means POTA, if the numbers don't really represent anything, that means POTA copied them.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know when they started in the United States. I know they're big in Europe and Australia. Let me get rid of this.
Whoa. No. Now, what that page that you were on, it had post from Curtis on there.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
You want to bring it back up?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Anyway, it's just for conversation,
We're closing up on the end of the stream anyway. Something we can talk about another time. We got to start wrapping up and getting ready to head over to the after chat because it's about 2 minutes. It's about 1 minute to the hour. So, all right, PP man, what you got coming up?
A lot of parks between now and the end of August.
Now in Huntsville, when you go to Huntsville this in August,
I'm not going to Huntsville. Sorry.
Yeah. So when PP man goes to Huntsville,
I did get a text from Curtis a little while ago. I'm gonna be up north on my birthday, which is the end of the month, for a wedding. But I will be staying in a campground. He's actually going to be coming up to Gladwin, which is only an hour below where I'm going to be. So maybe we can do a park.
There's your answer for the numbers.
Yep. Shared database.
Good deal.
Awesome.
Cool. Just another thing you can do,
There's plenty of stuff to do. And that's what I love about ham radio.
If you ever watch, go ahead.
There's something for everybody. I am currently trying to involve myself in several new things in ham radio. So a lot of new content coming for me coming up soon. Matter of fact, our stream tonight was supposed to be the start of something, but it didn't happen. So it'll happen soon. I
gotta give kudos to POTA because their website is a lot easier to navigate than WWFF.
And soda.
And soda. Oh my God, soda's probably on the bottom of the list, really.
Dumpster fire.
All right, Hayden, what do you got coming up, bud?
Hopefully a nice relaxing weekend. The marina is having an open house on Saturday, so we'll probably do a radio demonstration for some of those boaters out there in the marina that wants to know what ham radio is about. I'll set something up and hunt a couple parks, and then Sunday we plan on taking the boat out if the weather's nice, and I'll bring the rig out and activate Captain John Smith Water Trail again.
What is Captain John Smith Water Trail?
The Chesapeake Bay.
Oh.
K4567.
Pretty much the whole Chesapeake Bay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Dan. I kind of know what you're going to say, but what you got coming up?
Activate parks, man. I got a couple around here that I want to get. I want to own. Me and the Discord crew already own one of them, but we need to extend our lead because it might be another year before I can get back up here to defend it. So we're gonna good. We already got a good sizable lead at one park.
So what he's talking about when he says the Discord crew. So Dan was roving today, and a lot of Dan's spots did not go on the POTA page. They went specifically in my Discord, and you can join my Discord for free. Matter of fact, you just click on that Linktree account that's in the comments or in the description, and it'll take you to all the links. And go to the Discord and join because it's very, very active for POTA, and you'll see a lot of secret activations on there and a lot of stuff. And I know some of y'all saying, "Man, you all say this every week," but every week we get about 10 new people in Discord. That doesn't help me in any way for people to join my Discord. It just helps build that community that we have over there. And it's amazing. It's not like you don't get to people like you do on some of the other forums when you ask a dumb question. You don't get those people that'll come make you feel like you're an idiot there. You'll just get good answers. Unless you're one of the guys that's been there forever. If Dan asks a dumb question, I'll tell Dan you're stupid. But I mean, for the most part, you just get good answers over there. So
there's always somebody who's going to give you an answer.
So as long as you know how to post in the topic of the room you're in, I won't have no problem with you.
Who are you pointing at?
Everyone on this in this room, everyone in the Discord.
Because I know we've had this before. Just let me reiterate: joining Discord is absolutely free. Get in there, message me or Dan. You can follow all the spots, everything. In order to do after chats and voice chats and some other things, you have to be a member of Patreon. But if you want to get into Discord and message all of us on a one-to-one basis, absolutely free.
Yeah, and that's just worth a ton. That's just worth a ton.
It really is. It really is. All right, guys. For myself, I will be activating. I'm going to try to be out early in the morning because I do have to take the car back in the afternoon. So I'm going to try to get a couple in kind of early, even early for me. Not me going to work early, but early for me normally. And hopefully we'll get that done. I'm not sure when the vehicle situation is going to be squared away. So, right now, I'm going to activate every day. I can guarantee you that. If you see me on a mountain bike with a backpack, mind your business. It's my life. But if you see me on a moped with Golf Alpha Romeo on the back and an Eagle 1 running 33 foot in the air while we're going down the road, we're running FT8. Leave us alone. All right, guys. We'll see you over in the after chat Discorders, and everybody else. Thank you very much for the donations and hanging out with us tonight. 73, everybody.
See you guys.
Right, 73, everyone. Hit that